inspiring the beast of heat that'll make the people riot in the streets. No denying what he speaks, like the bottom of the iron, how he's supplying the heat. They still trying to hate, but still losing. Shit is played like a tire stand still while the rims moving. Proved already flew with the top.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds of heavyweights. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. Tyson's three-punch combination there is going to impress the judges. Teddy, I'm assuming many times in your career, you were training a fighter who did not have the reach compared to his opponent. When you were training him in the build-up to that fight, what did you try to cement into his head?
The one thing that I had told him is something I had to tell myself, is that we had options. The first was, of course, the traditional way. Tuck up good defensively, move your head, and work your way in. Slip a punch, and now all of a sudden you're closer. You take his height away. The other is to step up and get sort of entice the taller fighter to come in and be short.
Tyson's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. He pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Nice jabs there by Mike Tyson. Tyson's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. A good block by Mike Tyson. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Double jab by Mike Tyson.
Okay, listen to me. When he misses with a punch.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Chris Ariola's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. There's the combo downstairs. He scored well after being hit himself. Ariola's left working well that time. Solid uppercut. Tyson's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. So what do you tell a young charge who's facing Chris Ariola?
You have a couple choices. One is, believe it or not, you know, you could go into the furnace a little bit. I know his strength is that he's strong, he's physically imposing up that, you know, he's going to chuck at you, but they're a little wide, those shots. So you can get in the eye of the storm a little bit. And you can work inside those wide shots, back them up a little bit. Or you can take the route on the outside where you box. You keep more balance. You move to the side.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Ariola's hitting the mark right now. How precise was he there with that three-punch combo? He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Ariola's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. And that's the end of round two. Listen, he's a veteran guy. He knows the truth of the situation. That's a really bad cut, the kind of cut that can end the fight.
Yeah, he has a gamble right now. You know, just got a last call in the casino. They just said, you know, you got 3 more rolls of the dice. He's got to roll him. He's got to blow on him. He's got to do everything.
Good, solid right hand by Mike Tyson. with that punch right there. You see how effective Chris Arreola can be when he lands that 1-2? Good snapping jab.
That's what you need to get inside. Hey, Joe, if you're going to rob a bank, you need a smoke screen so the guards don't see you coming. You want to get inside? Use the jab.
That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Mike. Can you believe that? What a change in momentum. On the mark. Beautifully shot. Straight punch right on the mark.
Like an arrow and not shot by Cupid.
2, 3.
Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. A good counter punch by Mike Tyson. Tyson's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. All-out action throughout this round. Let's see how they finish it up. Nice defense. Good block by Mike Tyson. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Tyson has a very underrated jab, and he shows it off here. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Arreola's left now getting into the mix. And that's the end of round 3. Round number 4 is underway. A chance for us to look at Teddy's scorecard. And obviously the round is circled there. You see the knockdown was scored.
And that's how professional boxing is supposed to be. The guy who lands the cleaner, more effective punches, he gets an advantage. He gets an extra score.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? Chris Arreola's right hand scores well that time. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. And once again, the jab lands. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Mike Tyson's doing well, sticking to a game plan on the outside. Right back to the work up top.
I shake it off.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. And he goes down again. Will he get up from this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now here's Chris Arreola on the attack. Arreola wants to end this night after scoring that knockdown. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. We count down the final moments of this round. There's the uppercut, one of my favorite punches, and it works that time for him. Tyson's on the wrong end of a razor-sharp hook. End of the round. A round in which a knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, if you're the trainer in the corner of the guy scoring the knockdown, what are some of the things you want to remind him of?
You want to remind him how he got there, because a lot of times it's the tendency to just remember the punch that put him there. He dressed him up. He set that punch up. Don't think about just the punch that landed. Think about the setup punches.
Chris Arreola's not having the fight go his way. He's a slugger. He wants to slug it out. That's not the type of fight that's winning it right now.
No, you put all your eggs in one basket, and that's what he's done. He doesn't know any other way, and guess what? You get an omelet, or he's being made into scrambled eggs.
Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching. Good exchange. He fires back. he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Crashes home with the uppercut. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Mike Tyson's crushed by a huge uppercut. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Big shot. What a turn of events. What a turnaround. He scores his own knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
And that's where scoring a knockdown hurts you sometimes, because now you think you're just going to walk in and get it again. Well, he walked in, he did get it. He got it.
So many people point to the downfall of Mike Tyson, but few remember how he would get up off the canvas time and time again in some of those toughest fights. Double jab by Mike Tyson. Smart punch right there. The uppercut worked. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Big shot comes crashing home. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And round 5 comes to an end. Ariola's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
Well timed by Mike Tyson. He took a step back, landed down.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Tyson's favorite punch is the jab, and tonight he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, you know, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
You taking some English etiquette classes?
You getting hungry?
Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. A solid left hand by Mike Tyson. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Kids move.
Very good, steady double jab there. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. He gets hit, but he gives it right back.
Pace yourself.
You know, Chris Arreola doesn't have a lot of experience in a spot like this. He's been hurt badly. The worst thing he could do is to try to trade punches with his opponent. Wow! That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get up, damn it!
He beats the count again. Teddy, I've heard you say it time and time again. Too tough for his own good.
Well, this is the case. This is the kind of fighter that really needs a trainer to look out for, because a lot of fighters, they look out for themselves. They get hurt, they get themselves out of there one way or the other. Not this guy.
Final 10 seconds. Right back to the midsection. Good looking right hand after he got hit. And round 6 comes to an end. Good. Tyson's in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast, because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. And now he brings... Wow, what a right hand he just got caught by. Look at that. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The ref stops the fight. Mike Tyson's corner is already celebrating. His opponent unable to beat the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout.
That's what you want to see, a guy who can close the show and finish with style.
And that's what his trainer